share the presentation, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute. Is the slides visible, ma'am?
Yes, the slide is visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Participants, please make sure that the presentation is visible to you also. You may drop your messages in the chat box.
It is visible, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, good afternoon, everyone, all the participants here. And thank you, madam, for introducing so well to me. And I welcome you all to today's session on team building. And first of all, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude to IoT Academy and AUP College of Arts and Science for organizing a national level faculty development program on quality enhancement in the field of teaching and learning. Now, before beginning with our session on team building, let us first understand what does it mean by a team. So, the best example of a team, a teamwork, and a team building would be what just happened here. I mean, some of the participants are still joining, but when we started checking that whether the presentation is visible or not, ma'am helped me out. I wasn't able to share my screen, and when I was able to share the screen, I was not able to shuffle it. So there was the other team member, like Madam was available here along with other participants, and she very nicely helped me out in sharing the presentation. And throughout this presentation, she would be changing the slides as per my demand. So what is it? This is the best example. These particular 5 days, you all have been part of this faculty development program for enhancement in teaching and learning. So that is the best example for a team in which we have certain organizers, conveners, moderator, a resource person, and various participants. All these people have joined together on this knowledge sharing platform for only achieving one common goal, and that one common goal is enhancement in the field of teaching and learning. How we may improve higher education, how we may enhance the overall process of teaching and learning. Now, a team is the common definition if we understand that a team is the collaboration or joining of different people from different backgrounds. Ma'am, please last slide. Yes, be there on the last slide. I'll ask you to change the slides. Thank you. So it is the combination of different people who are working on the common goal. Ma'am, would you please change the slide now? So, with the time, we have seen that team building is the topic of utmost importance for everyone, and it has been included in the management studies, in the training programs of the corporate world, in the seminars, development, and the enhancement programs of various fields of academia. But is it a new concept? Is it a new topic which really requires our addressing of the issue, our attention? No. Team building, teamwork has always been with us. It has been associated with us and prevailing from the primitive ages, very, very long time. Even the mythology speaks well about teamwork and team building. I may take here one example for you all to make you understand what does it mean by teamwork. The example is coming from our great epic Mahabharata, which was written by Ved Vyasa, which is a well-known fact to everyone. Now, Ved Vyasa, when he decided to write a great epic Mahabharata, he was very wise in concluding that this is not going to be an easy task for a single person just to work upon just to work upon the great epic like Mahabharata. So he wanted to form a team. And while forming this team, he decided to choose a person, a Lord figure, and that was Lord Ganesha. He invited him to be along with him for writing Mahabharata. And just a minute, ma'am, I would be asking 1 minute of you because the notification sound is disturbing me. Just a minute.
No issues, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'm helpless regarding this. Anyways, let's move ahead with the anecdote which I took up for making you understand about the teamwork. So we were talking about a story from the mythology, how Ved Vyasa decided to write about Mahabharata and how did he take the help of Lord Ganesha. So both of them formed the team, and there was an agreement between these two. Ved Vyasa, decided and he put up the agreement that while reciting the verses, he would not be stopping in between. And meantime, Lord Ganesha also put up one counter condition that yes, I would also not be stopping in between my writing process. And both of them went on. I'm sorry, ma'am. It is much disturbance. Just a minute. Can
Ma'am,
you stop it from your side?
ma'am, the participants are joining, ma'am. It is
So
that
will it
sound.
will it continue? I mean, are we not able to stop it?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, they'll be joining for another 5 minutes, ma'am, and then it will be fine, ma'am.
Okay,
They're joining the call, ma'am, so it is the sound of that notification.
fine. So these are the technical issues. We are a little helpless about them. Anyways, let's move forward and complete this anecdote. So, meantime, during the process, when Vedvyasa was reciting, he wanted some time, and for that particular time, he used to give very difficult verse to Lord Ganesha that he would be consuming more time, and while consuming the time, he would get time to compose another verses. And yes, once one more thing happened with Lord Ganesha that he broke off his pen with which he was writing. And by knowing and understanding the dangers of stopping in between, stopping writing in between, he just came up with another pen, and that pen was formed with the tusk, with his own tusk from his elephant head. So, what I'm trying to say with this, with the help of this small anecdote, that both of these team members, Ved Vyasa and Lord Ganesha, they present the remarkable presentation of a teamwork. Team doesn't mean that forming a group or coming together, joining together. A team means team is the overall process which requires give and take both. It is the kind of thing in which members are required to know about the vision and mission and strive very hard to achieve the same. Ma'am, would you please change the slide? So, as we have already discussed, that a team is a group of people who are mutually dependent on one another to achieve a common goal. We have already understood what does it mean by a team, what does it mean by a teamwork. We have understood it through the anecdote from Mahabharata, and now it is about team building, the concept for which we all have gathered today in this session. So, team building, if we understand, it is a kind of collective term which is used for enhancing the social relations with it through the various activities. It is a collective team which has the various activities which consist of various exercises used and for enhancing the social relations and defining the different roles in the team itself. And these different roles are defined and so many activities take place with the help of collaborative efforts while pursuing the task. So we may understand that team building is a process of establishing and developing a greater sense of collaboration and trust between the members of a team for effectiveness of itself. Its focus is to specialize in bringing out the best in a team to ensure self development, positive communication, leadership skills, and the ability to work closely together as a team to solve the problems. Now, in the words of Stephen and Mary Ann Vaughan, we may understand that the team building is any formal intervention directed towards improving the development and functioning of a work team. Ma'am, please change the slide. Now, here is importance of team building. Whenever we understand any concept, first we need to understand the overall importance. Why is it required? As I mentioned in the beginning, that team building has been an important concept since ages. And now in the modern scenario also, it has been included in management studies, corporate world programs, and seminars and conferences. So the importance that although in team, people are working separately on the predetermined roles and responsibilities, but yes, their goal is one. They want to attain one thing, and their achievement is one at the end. And even if it is the failure, that is also one for all the team members. So it leads one's mind to creativity. What is creativity? In the further coming slides, we will discuss. It encourages one to take initiatives. It also combines efforts to one single target or the objective. It provides space for individual growth, although it is a team exercise. As I mentioned, that along with the team growth, there is an individual growth as well. It broadens one's vision and mission regarding the things, regarding the task or the project. And yes, rewards and recognitions moves very side by side throughout the process. Ma'am, please change the slide. Now, here is another example, an instance, a real life instance for us all who is packing your parachute. Now, we are here to understand the importance of team building. Why is it important? Why is it required for us? So, I would like to use this instance for you all who is packing your parachute. Now, this is a story about a US jet fighter pilot named Charles Plum. Now, he was working in Vietnam and he was working on the combat missions. And more than 70 combat missions were took up by Charles Plum during his life, and then he was shot down. Although he survived, and he survived, he was parachuted in an enemy camp where he met an old man. And this old man asked him, "Sir, are you Plum?" "Yes, I know you shot down. You were shot down." And then Charles Plum replied, "Yes, I am Plum and I was shot down, but how do you know about this all?" This old man was there and he said, "Sir, actually, I packed your parachute and I know everything about you. But I was very sad that he was shot down. But I want to know that how was that when I packed the parachute? Did it really work for you?" And Charles Plum replied, "Yes, it worked. If it hadn't, I would have not survived before you." So this was a real life incident. And after this incident took place, Charles Plum was astonished. For a long time, he thought upon, he contemplated, and he pondered upon this particular incident that, how come it is possible that a man who did not know anything about me, he worked so much for me, he packed my parachute. And after that, Charles Plum became a motivational speaker, and wherever he went, he used this particular incident and he told it to hundred, and thousand people about the same. But at the end of this story, every time Plum used to ask one question to his audience, that who did pack your parachute? Now, this question is asked by Charles Plum to his audience and many other who were listening and who are still listening to him. The question remains same for all of us. Now, who did and who is packing the parachute? May I ask this question because since long I have been speaking now, let us make it little interactive. I would like to ask my audience here, my team, that who does pack your parachute? Do you have any idea in your life? Can you give me some example through, by dropping your messages in the chat box? Yes. I hope you all are aware about. You could listen to me very well about who is packing or who packed your parachute. The small real life incident of Charles Plum. Would you like to answer? Who does pack your parachute? Is there anyone who packs parachute for you? I think there are 55, more than 55 participants right now. Please answer. Who do you think pack your parachute? Either I could not make it clear to you, or you could not understand it. One thing is for sure. Yes, somebody is raising the hand. Any answer? No? Shall I move forward? Okay. So there are many people who pack parachute, and I would expect this answer from you all by the end of the session. So please be ready. Now, packing the parachute means the people who are working for us, who are working in a very low cadre as the part of our team. So team doesn't mean that, I mean, people, everybody is working on the higher cadre only. Like if our team is working in the organization, so there would be one or two people who will always be occupying in, arranging your tea, refreshment, lunch and dinner. So it doesn't mean if they are involved in such kind of the team and they are not documenting any report, they are not demonstrating any presentation, it doesn't mean that these people are away from the team and they have no importance in the team. They have very much importance in the team. So it can be your maid at home, it can be the milkman, it can also be a vegetable seller in the locality, it can be a peon or office boy in the organization. So all these people are packing our parachute, and we should give utmost importance to them. We should give enough credit and recognition which they deserve, being the part of our team. So this is all about who is packing your parachute. Please, ma'am, go ahead. Now we need to understand about the team building approach. What are the team building approaches? So first of all, it is establishing objective together. Yes, there is always a leader in the team, the organizational authority, who is responsible for sharing, for deciding and setting of the objectives or the goals. But we need to understand that the due consultation is required to be taken from all the team members. Now, goal setting, when we say goal setting is important because it is intended to upgrade, to uplift people, to raise their motivation level. So this is very important at the initial level. Whenever the objectives are set, they must be set together. Then comes the developing of participatory role among the team members. So the various team members must be given their roles and responsibility. There should not be any kind of ambiguity so far as concerned the role clarification. If the role clarification is clear to all the team members, definitely it will promote and encourage the team responsibility among them. And finally, focus on the contribution. So focusing on contribution, and through focusing on contribution, the team may very well achieve the desired collective result. So these whole are the part of the team building approaches. So one is objective, setting the objective. Second is deciding or developing the participatory role. Third is promoting responsibility among the team members, making them accountable. And then finally, focusing on contribution and achieving the desired result. Please, ma'am, go ahead. Yes. For understanding more and the deeper sense of team building, we should also understand about The stages of team development. What are various stages? How does a team develop? Does it develop automatically? No, it develops gradually. It develops with the accumulated efforts by the team members and the leader. It develops with by process, by following a process. So one is forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. These five are the stages of team development. In the first stage, which is of formation, where all the shapes, all the formations take place, it is decided what is the task, the roles and responsibilities, norms, and code of conducts are decided for completing or accomplishing the determined, predetermined task. And it in this stage only it is also decided that what are the problems, what would be the strategies, what should be the communication level, and what would be the challenges for the team. The second stage is of storming, which faces certain problem. And now in storming stage you may see that team members realize that the kind of idea for the team success which they had, it is very much fluctuating, it is not going to achieve. And they also find and realize that it is something a dream, they were in the dream world while talking about some task or the project to be taken up. But when they are the part of this process, they realize that it is very difficult for them. So it is a kind of storming process which actually bring a lot of storm and a lot of disturbance in their mind. Even there is the possibility of resistance and the poor team collaboration. Now, the third stage would be norming, which is of normalization. Everything normalizes very well. All the team members start accepting the team, the idea of the team, the members, their individuality they accept, even they accept their role in the team, and finally, everything normalizes. So, when everything normalizes, then comes the stage of execution and performing. So in performing, they all the team members now they have very well insight about the overall team idea, their identity, how they are going to achieve the goal, and what should be their approach for that. They also know about the weaknesses and strengths of all the team members, their individuality. Everything is very clear to them, and along with that, they start performing. And finally comes the stage of adjourning. Adjourning is dispersing, adjourning when it is the final stage when the task is done and everyone is going to their own way in life. So at this time, at the time of closure, one thing which becomes important, that is ending or closing everything with a positive note. And yes, this is the time when the recognition, the due recognition is required to be given. Due credit must be given to all the team members for accomplishing the task in the given deadline and with achievement or attaining of the goal. So celebration of the overall success of the team comes in this stage. I hope you all have been clear about the five stages of team development. Ma'am, please go ahead. Now there are, there have been a researcher, Dr. Frank La Presto. So Dr. Frank gave us the idea of five team dynamics. Now these different team dynamics, they have the team member, relationship, problem solving, leadership, and the organizational environment. And without these dynamics, the success of a team is just a reverie, it's just a daydreaming for us. So team member means the members who are working in a team. Team relationship, relationship of team members, and how do they interact with each other? How do they coexist with each other? Now the team problem solving, how these members of the team take part in solving any kind of the problem. So what kind of the approaches they put up there? What kind of the creative ideas they have there for solving the problems? Now, team leadership. So, one who is the leader and one who possesses all the qualities and traits of a leader for leading the team to accomplish the task. And then finally comes organizational environment. So, the healthy organizational environment in which the team works in, and this is directly associated and related with the effectiveness of team, effective output which is given by the team. So yes, when we are talking about the effectiveness of team, It is also important for us to understand that effectiveness of team depends on various factors. It differs from organization to organization, but it is based on the expertise who are there in the team, different kind of experienced beings who are there, different qualifications, and the knowledge bearers who are part of the team. And yes, one more factor which is also based on, which is important for the effectiveness of the team, that is the role of the organizational authority, how supportive they are. If you have good expertise, if you have knowledgeable, experienced beings, but if you do not have support of the organizational authority, this will be a vain exercise. So, combinedly, the organizational authority along with the team efforts, they are going to bring out the results which are very effective one. Ma'am, please go ahead. Now, the key actions in team building. So key actions are, we have already discussed in some other ways, but we should look at what are the key actions of team building, setting and maintaining the team's objectives and standards. So yes, the first important thing, what are the objectives, what standards we are going to follow, pursue and achieve. And after that, involving the team. So once we are done with, setting of the objectives, we need to involve the team members as a whole in the achievement of the objective. Now, as a whole is something, a phrase is important here, because once when all the team members they become part of the whole, it is always better condition than to be sum of the part. I hope you have understood. So, involving the team members, clarifying the roles and responsibilities to them, and telling them about the achievements of these objectives and making them more participative in the process. And when we do this, the team members, the leader of the team must maintain unity in the team. So that should be, all these team members must work as a united whole. The happiness, harmony must be there in the entire team while working and while following the procedure. Then communicating efficiently with the team, it is important for working with unity, for having happiness and harmony in the team and having healthy environment of the team. So open communication is required. In the further slides, we will discuss about communication. And finally, it is consulting the team members before taking any decisions, which we have already covered. Please go ahead, ma'am. Key roles in team building. We have already discussed about the key actions. Now, key roles, here comes the inductive as well as the deductive approach. So, determination, motivation, unity and diversity, goal orientation, and broader perspective. So, when we talk about determination and motivation, so according to me, it should be the inductive approach, but both the approaches like inductive and deductive, that is from an individual to the general, and specific to general and then general to specific, both are going to work when we talk about team building in terms of determination and motivation. If one member of the team is well determined to be part of the team, to complete the given task with high level of enthusiasm and zeal, and is the self motivated one, then definitely it is going to work for the entire team, and the team would also proceed in the same manner. But I would say deductive approach is also possible. If the team is having its own culture, team is having its own dynamics, team is so vibrant, enthusiastic, team has the ethical practices to pursue their task or the project. Yes, that determination and motivation of team is surely going to inspire the individual members of the team. So this is all about determination, motivation, unity and diversity. As I mentioned, that the team must work as united whole, but diversity should also not be overlooked. These people, the team members who have, they all come from various cultural backgrounds, experiential backgrounds, their expertise are different. So, at ideology level, they are not going to be same. When they come up with different ideas, diverse ideas, that must be welcomed and appreciated by the entire team. Then goal orientation and broader perspective. Goal orientation, I mentioned that setting goal, and the entire team must be goal oriented. That is very important because it is intended to raise the motivation level of the employees or the team members. Broader perspective, when team members are able to keep aside their own ego, their self opinions, perspectives, their own ideology about the life, and mixing themselves well with the ideology of the team. That is broader perspective. I mean, keeping aside or working on the ego of one is not easy. We will again also discuss the same in the coming slides. So these are the key roles of team building, which is determination, motivation, unity and diversity, goal orientation, and keeping the broader perspective. Ma'am, go ahead. Now the lessons. Lessons for forming the team, having the team building exercises. As in the initial slides, we discussed that these are the team building. Team is nothing. It is just group of people. But when we talk about team building, there are various activities, various exercises. They can be fun, they can be serious, they can be official, they can be informal exercises through which we try to incorporate or inculcate some kind of the practices among team members to achieve the effective and efficient results of the predetermined objectives. Now, lessons. First lesson is knowing your people. So, do we know the people, the team members who are part of us? So, we should know each and everything about them. That who are they? What are they working upon? What are their weaknesses and strengths? And what are their true potential? So, until unless we know psychology of people who are working with us, we will not be able to just utilize the utmost potential of them. So it is important aspect, the first level or the first lesson, that is knowing the people around us. Second is choosing the right team members. So while recruiting, we should know what kind of people we require, what competency level we are looking for in the people to be team members for achieving certain desired results. And this time we are going to search a lot, because it is the according to me, it is the initial stage, it is the preparation stage only, where we can work upon and we can strive hard, because at the execution level nothing can be done. It is only at the preparation level where we can be more serious and more sincere about the things. So choosing the right team members who can definitely increase the productivity of team as well as the organization. Having one common goal, very important. We should have one common goal, and team members, as I mentioned, that they should have the capacity to keep aside their own egos and perspectives, and they should go with the flow of the team. What team has decided, what team has determined, what objective the team has. So if my own ego and my own perspective or opinion is going to infiltrate in between, that is going to be harmful for the results or consequences of the team. Developing teamwork requires commitment. Now, the teamwork requires commitment, and everything requires commitment, as we all know. So, this is again a two-way, we can say, right, where we may talk about leader as well as the team members. So, leader's job is to take along all the team members with him, and it is the job of the employees or the team members to respond in the positive manner to the leader. So, that is the two-way exercise. So we cannot say that only leader is responsible or only the team members are responsible. Both needs to be. And if we can achieve such scenario where the leader is, good enough with the team members and the team members are also responding well, then we can achieve a kind of cohesive and harmonious environment in the organization. And yes, there the team members would feel that they are important, they are valuable, and they are more loyal to the organization, and the loyalty and commitment goes hand in hand. Sharing information. So by this particular stage, all these team members and the entire team comes to the stage where they are able to handle with any kind of the pressure and stress. So this time, I mean, like if they are halfway through, if they are halfway through their project or their task. So at this time, it is required for the team leader to share more information, give more opportunities, give more role and responsibilities to the team members, so that they can feel more important, and they can also feel putting more endeavors and efforts for achieving the team results. Go ahead, ma'am. Now, empowering the team, very important. So, entire team building exercise and exercises, they always work for empowering the team. And if one team is not empowered, one family, a team is everything is a team. What I say, social relations in the beginning, a family is a team, a social locality that is a team. In the organization, there is a team. So, yes, there is difference between group and team. Group means, I mean, the people come join together and just they have various different perspectives as well, but the team works only in one dimension for achieving one common goal. So empowerment is very important, because if there is empowerment, people feel motivated, encouraged, and they can be the part of the winning process of the team. So here it is, I mean, when we say empowerment, any organization, where the individuals feel, I mean, that they have opportunities, skills, the kind of appreciation, recognition, value. If individuals of the organization have all these things, then they feel that yes, they are empowered. They should put more in this particular field. They should work more for their team or the organization. Now, facilitating open communication, very important. Communication is one thing, with bad communication or ineffective communication, we have less room to grow. This is a well known fact to everyone. So, communication is key to success. Communication is key, for all the effectiveness of the team, for, getting more productivity in the team and in the organization. So, it is the responsibility of the leader to facilitate open communication. That is the free flow of communication. Any kind, any team member may be allowed and should be allowed to come to the team leader, organizational authority anytime, and their issues must be addressed well on time. Then creating problem solving environment, that is again important here, that we have already discussed about problem solving, that if you have problem solver in the team, what happens that the problem solver would always strive to resolve the issues within the frame of the available resources. So when the team is in crisis, is in lurch, and team requires somebody that now we are not able to excel. So if there somebody, only one or two people are problem solvers, they can work hard, they can be more creative, they can work with the available sources and bring the team out of that crisis period. Now, measuring teamwork performance continually. So this is the measuring of teamwork, measuring, checking, super checking of each and everything. What individuals are doing, what has happened to the team goals, how did we achieve till now, and where we are proceeding further. So this measurement and checking is must wherever in any kind of system. It has been observed, and the research studies also say that if there is no checking, no measuring points are there, no super checks are there, then yes, the system, the team, the organization falls, collapse very easily. And the last is sharing the outcomes together. So no matter what kind of the outcomes are there, if there are victories, if there are failures, yes, a team is there which always takes the burden of grief as well. Team enjoys victories, enjoys defeating the other parties, but team is there to just bear the burden of grief also. That means facing and digesting the failures as well. So no matter what kind of the situation is it, that is victory or failure, a team remains team, and a team must pursue in the same manner from where they started initially. Please, ma'am, go ahead. So these were the lessons, we have discussed the 10 lessons, or you can say the 10 things which are very important uh, while talking about team building exercises. But see, without seeing the challenges of team building, how we may say that we are well versed with the whole concept, the idea of team building. Now we had discussed about roles, actions, then the different lessons of team building, but challenges. So first, I think we should be aware about the challenges. Why team? When we know that team building is very important, it is the only thing which can make an organization more productive, which really affect the effectiveness of the organization. that what makes it, what hampers the process. So yes, let's see the hampering points: lack of teamwork skills, globalization and virtualization, and team conflicts. So there are various teamwork skills or team skills, we may say. That is the interpersonal skills, communication skills, even we may include life skills also. And there are other things like giving, receiving support, communicating well, creating happy and harmonious environment. These all come under team skills. So if the team members lack any of these skills, yes, this hampers the process of achieving their goal. So they are not able to attain their goal, maybe in time, maybe the kind of desired results are not there, maybe they lack, in many XYZ kind of the areas. Next is globalization. Yes, so globalization gives us a challenge of cross cultural communication and the cross cultural diversity as well. So people belong to diverse cultures, diverse languages, diverse ideologies, as I mentioned, and this becomes a big challenge. And yes, not I, but the research studies say that it is not the working competency of people due to which they lack or they suffer while working in a team. It is the conflict among people. It is the kind of relationship problem in people. It is the kind of interpersonal problems, interpersonal relation problems among the team members, due to which a team suffers, an organization suffers, and the productivity level comes down. So, globalization definitely a challenge for team building. Due to globalization, we have a variety of things around us in lifestyle, in working pattern of the people. So far as concerned, the culture of people, so far as concerned, their value system, everything differs, and that becomes a challenge for a team to just cope up all these things and work along with that. Virtualization, yes, as we have been facing each other, in this virtual mode, and the technical issues arise every time when somebody joins, somebody leaves the meeting. There is a ping pong, there is a ting tong sound, and that sound creates disturbance. But in virtual mode, see, we are not we. I have been speaking, you are listening to me. Maybe you would be speaking, and I would be listening to you. But it doesn't mean that we are as comfortable as in the face-to-face mode. So virtualization again is a challenge for team building. Although we have cope up much and we say that we are okay with, on this virtual mode also, we are able to form good teams and we are working and the productivity is also not suffering. So many claims are there, post-COVID claims we may say, but still it is a challenge. Now, team conflict, three kinds of conflicts are there: task, process, and relationship. So, task conflict is, I say, it is related with the kind of goal and the work distribution in the team. So if the members are unaware about the right goal, if the members are unaware, they are unevenly distributed with the work or the role responsibility, that becomes a challenge. Process conflict is always over the logistics, the kind of the projects and the task assigned, that comes under process conflict. And relationship conflict, when I say relationship conflict, has it is surrounding or it revolves around the interpersonal communication. It revolves around different interpretations of people, different opinions and perspectives about things, so that these all come under relationship conflict. So I think we have understood about the challenges to team building. They are the globalization, virtualization, different conflicts among the team members in the organization. And in the further slides, we will discuss how to deal with them. Please continue, ma'am. Key factors to successful performance of a team. So, what various key factors are there? How a team can be successful, how the success of a team can be assured. So it is strategies, that is formulating the strategies by knowing about the problems, challenges, the fortes, the merits and demerits of the team and the team members, just by keeping everything in mind. What are the resources with the team, what are the challenges with the team, what is the objective, and what is the deadline. So when we know all these things, we formulate, the team must formulate strategies. So that is what kind of the strategy a team follows. On that particular point, success of team depends. Clear role and responsibilities, very important. Role distribution of role and responsibility, clarification of role and responsibility. We have already understood if people are evenly distributed the roles, if they are motivated about their responsibilities, then definitely they would be working in healthy manner. Open communication. Yes, I mentioned that communication is the key to success for any team and organization. And from 100 out of 100 to 90 times, we have observed that if any kind of problem occurs there in a team, it is due to communication. It is gap of communication. It is communication breakdown. Otherwise, at competency level, people are still, at one level. They are able to handle with the situations. Now, rapid responses to the issues of the team members. I mean, what are the issues? What they need to be addressed by the team leader or the organizational authority. The rapid responses must be given. If these are delayed, if no one is standing the ear, no one is paying attention to the issues of team members, they would take it also, in a very lethargic manner, and they would say that nobody is, turning the ear in this organization. There is no point of, sharing our views. So let's just, go flow with the process, flow with the things. So there will not be, I mean, their creativity, their innovation would stop at one point of time. So we need to keep in mind and we need to be aware and we need to be very, very clear that yes, their issues must be addressed. And effective leadership. Yes. So an effective leader may lead the team and take the entire team to the next level. And if there is an ineffective leader, everything will drop down, collapse very soon. So these are certain key factors which we need to know for successful performance of a team. Ma'am, next slide. Now, these are 12 C's of team building. Most of them we have covered, and some, if are skipped, then we would be looking at. Clear expectation. Clarity is must. What is clarity? How clearly, things are designed and how clearly things are made up by the team members or the leader. Clarity is the key of communication, key of, effective team building, and key of the productivity and performance in the organization. So generally, and the clarity begins from idea level. Then it comes in action and then it comes in the results. So at idea level, things must be very clear. Context, yes, contextualizing the things and making this context clear to the team members. Commitment, as we discussed, commitment is very important. It is a two-way ride. We discussed that, is the part of the leader, only part of the leader and only part of the team members. Competence level, yes. Now, this is something really important and we just need to stop here for 1 minute, that the competence, people are, different so far as concerned their competence level. Now, why the team is formed? We should understand here. Team is formed for helping each other or pulling the leg of each other. We have to be very clear. The team is usually formed for helping each other out. If one is not good at one thing, the other would be doing that task. If I was not able to share the slide or change the slide, ma'am was doing that thing. So, I mean, but the session is not suffering. We are not stopping. The faculty development program is going on. Participants are also there. So it means that the competence level might be different. Somebody is good at technology, somebody is not good. Somebody is good at something else and somebody is not. So we should see their right potential and the role clarification, as I mentioned, it is goal setting and role clarification very important for team building. So that they must be given role and responsibility on the basis of their competence level. Now, there are two types of team we must understand. The one team where the low competence people are pulled up, and the other team where the low competence people are pushed down. You don't know this, you don't know that, there is nothing known to you, you are not meant for this, you go from where you have come. So this is something, these words, these expressions, I say I would be, also talking about the spiritual practices. That works a lot. So every time nagging a person, demoralize the person, demotivate a person. So we should know what words we are using, how, we are looking at the competence level of a person. It's okay. If he doesn't have 100% competence, he has 80%, 70%. Put the person in that particular cell. And you would see everybody is important. As I mentioned, that who is packing the parachute. This is the reason I took up this instance and discussed with you all. Now, next is charter, mission, and vision. So many times, I mean, everywhere, whether it is academic institution, corporate institution, you would see that people are unaware. I mean, if it is a teaching institution, teachers in the corporate world, the trainers or the people whosoever are working there, they all are unaware about the vision and mission of their organization. Until unless you know what is the vision of my organization, mission of my organization, how would I work? It means you are working superficially. It means you are working on the surface level. So you have to be very clear about vision and mission and how to achieve that, how to sustain that, how to maintain that. So this is important. Now control, as we discussed about the control, check, super check, measuring of the things, collaboration, good synchronization, good coordination among the team members. So joining and signing some team doesn't mean that we are team and we are working, we are committee, we are working on this. No, that having coordination, collaborating with each other, it is okay. I'm sorry, it's very mutual. I'm good at this. Okay, if you are good at this, sir, madam, please proceed. Now I'm good at this, I will do this. Taking the work, delegating the work. Now every time you are delegating and not taking the work, anything on your shoulder, it will put a question mark on you as a team member or as a leader. So collaboration. Now communication. In the next slide, we will talk about creative innovations. So yes, now some people think that the result, consequence, or whatever we achieve or attain, that is creative. No, it is the process. So if we are process oriented, then we are going to be creative. It makes us creative. So are we creative or innovative? It depends on the problem solving approach. It depends on the efficiency of the members. So it is like the entire process. Whatever creativity doesn't mean at the last what we achieve. Creativity means being creative and finding something new in whatever we are doing. So whatever is the process, whatever are the sources or the kind of people around us, let's try to find out something new, and that means being creative. So it is good for the team if the team members are creative and innovative. Consequences, yes, think of consequences, keep them in mind, and still at the same time be process oriented. Coordination we have discussed, and cultural diversity we have also discussed. Please, ma'am, go ahead. Now, as I mentioned, as I promised, that we would be discussing about communication within a team. So communication, effective communication is the vital part of any team. We have discussed it is the key to success. And I have also mentioned you this research data that 99 times, out of 100, there is communication break. If there is any problem, if it happens in the team, or it happens during the process of the team or achieving something, it is always, most of the time, 99.9% is communication breakdown. Ma'am, please, next slide. So we should here see what do's and don'ts. I say again, repetitively I have been saying, and again I would like to repeat that team building is the term which we use for several activities and exercises which increases the effectiveness and productivity of the organization or the team. So when we say activities, when we say exercises, it includes communication, and communication plays a vital role in team building. So what are the do's? What are the don'ts? Do's are support good members' ideas. Yes, I am a leader and I know that, I'm not good at something and I am not well versed with the things. I do not keep the data with me, or I may have certain other ethical practices issues. Then I will discard what other members are coming up with. So let them bring up their ideas. Let them come up with their ideas, innovative, creative ideas, appreciate them, give them a room, and give them a table to put on their ideas. If there is a problem, yes, communication is about, how to express your ideas. And you should also know it is not only what and how you express your ideas, it is also that when to express your ideas. When does the right time arrive then I may express myself about the issues of the team. So talk. And yes, most of the time, talking and conversing with the team members will open up the results and solutions for you. Listen actively, very important. If you are listening somebody, you say and you find that yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. But I cannot see the screen.
You cannot see my presentation, ma'am.
I cannot see. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am, I'm presenting, ma'am. You're not able to see, ma'am?
No matter, no issue. I have my own copy with me.
Yes, ma'am. But there is some disturbances in your voice, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. Am I audible clearly, or I need to change the connection?
Ma'am, you're audible, ma'am, but there is some disturbances in your voice, ma'am. Your voice is breaking at times, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Just let me conclude. So, some do's and don'ts we were doing. Now, listen actively, get involved. So, proper involvement and participation of team members is required for attaining the goals. Be proactive than reactive. So, no need to react. Reaction. I mean, there is a difference between reaction and response. So, here I would be talking about spiritual practices. So, the root cause, the belief system, the problems which people have in their belief system, that is the major problem, and that can be solved or resolved only with the practices in which you are into. So the spiritual kind of practices, the right practices, the right thinking and the right action decides that what you are thinking, are you, reacting, responding, or being proactive. So here we have to take a call that, I mean, superficially we cannot change, we cannot form altogether, an ideal team, or something, the team which is going to create or bring out the wonders in life. So that is not possible. That is only possible if the belief system of people changes, and that is a very gradual process. That is a long time process. It is not at all I may say it is not at all overnight changes. Now, be proactive, then give and take feedback. Feedback plays very important role in the entire system of communication. It decides and it allows that, yes, it proves that somebody is listening to you, somebody is paying attention, and then your words, your whole exercise is not, is going in the wind. Now, be open, have fun. Fun is also important component of the organization or any kind of the team. So, but while doing fun or the recreational activities, we should also keep in mind that it is, I mean, we are process oriented people, we are very much productive, and we need to move forward to attain something, just not doing the only the fun and recreational activities. Now, certain don'ts I would be just reading: do not blame others, no bragging, do not blame others. I mean, if we are reacting, we are blaming others. If we are responding, then we are not blaming others. We are just showing and portraying the proactive side of ours. Do not take credit for what others are doing. So when something good happens, we are taking credit, and something bad happens, then we are trying to blame others. This is a very wrong practice. One must stop doing for the having the healthy and harmonious and cohesive environment in the team. Being unprepared, yes, very important. If we are unprepared, we are underconfident, and if we are underconfident, then we will try to pull others down. And if we try to pull others down, it becomes a chain, and it will make us unethical in our practices and lead towards the wrong conclusions. Now, do not speak poorly of your authorities. Do not make others look very bad, and don't cheat others. Don't lie and steal. Please, ma'am, go ahead. So these are some helpful team behaviors. Ma'am, do I have time or I have to conclude?
Ma'am, you can continue, ma'am.
I may continue. Thank you. So there are certain helpful team behavior. That is, one is keeping the peace, harmony in the environment. Now, I was discussing about spiritual practices. So keeping peace, happy and harmonious environment is the utmost requirement of any team, any organization, may it be personal or professional. So here it is very important for all of us to understand that nothing would be achieved overnight. It takes a lot of time. So what kind of the seeds we sow, we are going to just reap the fruits of the same. We have to keep that proverb in mind and move forward accordingly. We know we are much knowledgeable people. We know many things, but the problem arises while practicing the same things. So it is crucial, it is difficult, it is time taking, it is effort taking exercise. But yes, I'm pretty sure that if we put efforts, we move in the right direction and reach at the right place or destination. Having friendly environment, the same enthusiasm. So having the zeal of working together, enthusiasm about the project and the task, that is important. It is again, I mean, it's something. It is like working on one's energy. Energy is contagious. So if one is enthusiastic, the whole team would be enthusiastic. If one is weak, one is feeling low so far as concerned energy, the others would also feel lazy and lethargic. So one has to decide. The one has to move. And most of the time we think that one has to be leader only. But I would say one can be anybody. That one can be anybody in the entire team. Now, feedback we have discussed, generating ideas. Yes, idea generation is important, and this is again not only for the leader but for all other people of the members of the team as well. Anybody can generate the ideas, and idea generation is not possible without working on something. Once we work on something, once we face failure, then we have the good ideas for the team. Initiatives, and again here also, who would take initiative, who would be breaking the ice, and we always look at the leader, because mediocrity is much these days in life. We are happy being mediocre. So we are not supposed to be happy in being mediocre. We are supposed to rise our level. We are supposed to reach to the next level and think that yes, I am there to take initiative. I'm able to take initiative. Solving problems, very important. I discussed with you how a problem solver is going to play the role of an asset in the organization. Now, appropriate behavior. What is appropriate behavior? Usually, I mean, this may be what behavior I have. This may be good for me, not good for you. So, appropriate behavior means, are you working, or are you following the code of conduct or the kind of behavior which has been accepted by your system of the organization? So the desired fashion, if you are working and showing your behavior, your patterns are parallel or are similar to the desired fashion of the system of the organization you are part of, then it means this is appropriate. So may it be a school, a college, a company, any organization. So there we need to know about the system, the code of conduct, and then our behavior would be appropriate. That is must, because we all are social beings. We cannot be away, keep ourselves away from the society or the system we are part of. Seeking approval, yes, most of the time people think that seeking approval means being submissive. Why should I submit myself? Why should I seek approval? I am We have horizontal communication and we are working at the same level. So I should not seek approval. Seeking approval doesn't mean you are being submissive. Seeking approval means you are just, giving due weightage and importance to the other member of the team. Encouraging others, very important. How do you encourage others? How you are, putting your efforts to motivate others. So when like right now, if I'm motivating you, I'm motivating myself. So once we understand, and that understanding is only possible through the spiritual practices, that I'm not motivating you, I'm not giving the right direction to you, I am giving right direction to myself. Whatever we are doing in life, we are doing for ourselves. If that motto is clear in our mind, the team would definitely excel no matter what kind of the work we do. Ma'am, next slide. Now, impact of team building activity. Just quickly, we have a look of this. Groom one's personality. Yes, along with the team growth, there is individual growth also. And with this individual growth, the personality of one is groomed. Broaden the vision. Yes, vision clarity comes through the teamwork or the team building exercises. Feeling of we flourishes. Now, me is somewhere, me is abolished and we flourishes. And yes, unity or united whole and the unity in diversity or the unity brings up the results which are not brought by the one individual. Developing trust with co-workers. Trust is very important. When we start distrusting people, when we just have doubt and fear. So doubt and fear are not good because these two are the base of any kind of the negative ambience. So we have to be we have to be away from these two things, doubt and fear. We should trust. Now, no matter what kind of the work culture is there, how people are people's behavior is there, and they are really not trustworthy, but still we should give them some opportunities and trust them. Sense of responsibility develop instead of blaming. So instead of blaming others, just pulling them down, criticizing every time, these all are negative things. And any kind of negativity will bring out only negative conclusions. So we should trust others, we should give them responsibility, develop them responsibly, and do not blame them. Ma'am, next slide. Now, benefits, certain benefits are, not certain, many benefits are there of the teamwork. That is, quick solution can be derived. When it was asked to, Thomas Edison, that why do you have a team of 21 members? He said, if I would have solved the problem myself, I wouldn't have a team of 21 members. So that was his answer. And that is very appropriate because the solutions are derived out of the team discussion or the team work, not by an individual every time. Improved productivity. For improving the productivity, teamwork is really good. Distribution of workload. Yes, the workload is being distributed among the team members and no one feel burdenized or overburdened. Diversity of ideas are, if they are welcomed and appreciated, that becomes benefit for the team. Better decisions are, yes, taken up because people who join the team, if they are from several different backgrounds, then definitely it helps us out in taking better decisions. Motivation and learning. So yes, people feel more motivated to work upon the other projects, and it's a great learning experience when we are part of a team, a part of a good team. Yes, ma'am. Now, to understand the last point, learning, one is better than one. This is another instance I try to include for you all. This is one, something from the fictitious world, Marvel's Avenger. We all are aware about that. Now, this is also a remarkable presentation of the teamwork. And here you may see Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, many more, these fictitious Avengers are there who work as a team against the evil forces of Thanos. So if we have watched this movie and we read about this kind of literature, then we are aware about this. Now, here one is better than one. It denotes that one team is better than one individual. Now, one team, suppose there is a team of 5 members, definitely that they would accomplish the task more faster and more effectively than one individual. Now, again, every time we have been talking about the importance and benefits of a team, we should also understand that team is going to be beneficial, or a teamwork is going to be beneficial only and only if the team is good enough, if the team is striving hard to achieve their goals and better motivated. Then only if they are moving in the right direction. If the team, the entire, like 8 people out of 10, they are in the wrong direction, they are having the unethical practices, what do you think? It is going to help us out? Not at all. So the team, I mean, most of the people, I would say most of the people of the team should move in the right direction, should strive hard to achieve their goals. Like we see this example also of Avengers, where Captain America and Iron Man, they have clashes so far as concerned their viewpoints, but then they understand the importance of each other despite of all kind of the disagreements between them, and then finally they come up at one table. They do understand that what other party and the other person is going to bring up to the table, and by knowing this particular thing, they move forward and achieve the goals. So this is for you. Next, ma'am. Now here I may conclude, by using the words of Vince Lombardi, that individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, and a civilization work. So yes, we have discussed, and here I would like to use and what research data for you all, that in 2011 a research study happened, and the Mars Incorporation, the human resource leaders of the Mars Incorporation, they conducted one study of the global workforce to check the effectiveness and the collaborative approach of team, and their study was published in the Harvard Business Review, and which proved that team members always feel motivated and encouraged if they are given the accountability of their work. And then the relationship and the kind of trust, that is the forged idea, which is the forged idea, and which becomes the outcome of the teamwork. So such kind of the study took place, such publication was there, and the nice finding was put up by this corporation. So that is also we may take into account for learning more about team building. Next slide, ma'am. So here we may say, very well say, that coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Next, ma'am. This is a collage I tried to create for you all to make you understand with the visuals that, what is the importance of team and team building. Last slide, ma'am. Now, it is the conclusion for you all, that teamwork enhances the efficiency of an individual and multiplies success for all. With this, I would like to thank you all. I tried my level best to make you understand about team building. Now, if you have any interaction, if you want any interaction, if you have any questions, any feedback from your side, then you are most invited. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all the participants for being so patient listeners, although there were some technical issues also, but then we could, come